Nox Box, everything you need to take your game from the box to the board.
Hey guys, welcome to Nox Box. I am Nock himself. With me tonight is Cordial Bob.
Hello.
We have got the brand new Tyranid releases. So we've got the Venom Thropes, Fine Cast now in plastic, but they're also Zone Thropes. And they're also, somewhere, the brand new Neurothrope.
The bigger, angrier version of the Zoanthrope.
Absolutely.
And I have my personal copy of Shield of Baal Leviathan.
This thing, gold dust. Sold out to pre-order. I think on average, Games Workshop stores are getting 0 in each.
Our local ones
0.
are.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. So yeah, if you manage to get one of those, lucky you.
Yeah.
Noxbox got a few in. They are now sold out. They didn't last long.
Within 2 hours?
Yeah. Wow. So guys, let's
We'll go with the throats first.
No, let's do the book first.
Okay.
Let's do the book.
Right.
Because one, it's in the new Nagash style. So it's the end times. Okay.
We'll get to that in a second.
It's a 2-book set in a slipcase, both hardback. To me, it's like the new Nagash style. You've got one for the fluff, one for the rules.
And if you look in the front of the fluff one, it says first of a series.
What? First of a series?
Yep.
Ooh, because Shield of Baal. Oh yes!
You've got Nids.
Shield of Baal's the bit up there,
You've got
Leviathan's the book.
Adeptus, Imperial Guard, and
Sisters of Battle?
Sisters.
No!
I haven't got to that bit yet.
No!
Well, they have got a Shrine World in that system
Because
they're fighting
that's
in.
whatever the new...
Adeptus. That's the Tempestus one.
Yeah, which is the new word, Astra Militarum. That's it.
That's the
not
Stormtrooper
Imperial
branch of
Guard.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. The opening of the Shield of Baal series.
So not only is this massively limited edition,
That was a mistake.
but it's first in a series. Oh no.
So, you've got more bookshelf space, right?
Yeah, Games Workshop, that was an idea.
Yeah. I'm happy.
But in it,
You've got all the Tyranid Gribbly stuff, you've got some new data sheets for your large-scale apocalypse formations,
Yeah.
and you'll get more information and background of the Leviathan. This is the start of the Leviathan rampages were through Imperial space. So as we'll go through the series, we'll get more and more details. This is focusing mostly on the Imperial Guard, the Tempestus, maybe some Sisters of Battle, judging by the covers. And then the next book looks like it'll be focusing more on Baal, because that's the next planet in the system.
or in theory, that says Tyranids are first, Space Marines are second,
Well, that's
so probably
that's in the term.
oh yes, Astra Militarum,
Tempestus. And then,
Tempestus Seons,
but then there
Sisters of Battle.
is a Shrine World
And a kitten.
in the system. And they're quite religious because they... Alright, a slight bit of fluff here. The system is very highly radioactive and they have to ship in a special anti-rad material from a planet that they get from SAP. And it seems a really religious thing, and you know, if you're innocent you won't burn due to the radiation and things like that. So it'll be really, really interesting. You get off my book. I haven't read that yet. So that's part one.
Yeah.
Oh God, do I have to spend more money? Oh.
It's going to be good though.
I've got buying the Nagash stuff as well. I need more bookshelves.
Yes. And the rule books have a reprint of all of the latest White Dwarf Tyranid rules.
All the latest White Dwarfs.
Plus all the Cities of Death specialist missions, which are cool. And then brand new data slates, they're data slates they're called now, data sheets, sorry.
Yeah.
With the different clusters, if you take, you know, the way data sheets work, if you take the
So,
right things, you get the
Neural
sheet
nodes,
bonus.
hypertoxic nodes, Sky Tyrant Swarm, Sky Blight Swarm,
I think the final one,
Sky Tide.
Sky Tide,
It's 3 different.
if you take all
swarms.
3 Sky Swarms, you get the Sky Tide, yeah. So that's cool.
That's disgusting.
So that's the proper GW release this week, in my opinion. Then they've also re-released these. Now these were
They
in
needed doing.
Finecast, and GW very wisely don't produce Finecast anymore, except for The Hobbit, showing you how much they care about that.
We'll see that
IP.
later on at some point.
Yeah, so this is Venom Thropes, which were a nightmare to get to stand up because they had that slantiness.
And you kept knocking the tentacles.
Exactly, and Zone Thropes.
So you have to weight the bases because they had to go.
Donk. So, and then let's open the box.
Let's go, let's go. Okay, so Venomthropes and Zoanthropes and the new Neurothrope. So if we quickly have a look at the back, that's a Neurothrope, which is basically a Zoanthrope with a headdress.
With a Dark Elder backpack?
That's what I thought. I thought they looked very Dark Eldritch. I'd have to see them in different paint schemes to get more sense of them.
Absolutely.
Well, you've got so many different hive fleets now.
So,
Okay,
best bits?
through Spo's kits, here's the best bit.
Oh, they are different bases.
No, tell me.
Oh no, they are. They're sorry. I'm just.
You're being keen there.
I am. I'm just talking rubbish. It's my
But,
favourite
you know,
thing.
look at the variation between the tentacles.
Oh, so actually they are different poses. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Alright, the Zoanthropes are more meh.
No,
But-
they actually are
But
all
the tails are
different, aren't
different. Each tail's different, and then you can pose the arms.
they? Yeah, it's slightly different, isn't it? So.
And then I like look at the headpieces. I'm looking forward to seeing those because I just think they're really nice. So
Oh, look at the high text on the Neuro with the extra backpack.
that, and you think the size of the base, that's quite. You know,
They are
they
big.
are standout models.
Absolutely.
It's got the information for them, so.
Yeah, it's got the stat lines, but none of the actual rules.
These
as
6.
they've done previously.
But you know.
Okay, pieces.
Okay, 3 sprues. So we'll start with sprue 1, or might be sprue 2.
Ah, there's the Dark Elder backpack.
There's Dark Elder. Well, this is the thing I'm looking at when I'm
It
looking.
actually is a Dark Elder backpack.
I think some of these might look quite nice as on a Raider.
Absolutely, yeah. Or the Talos Paint Engine.
Oh yes, because you know that bit there. You know that looks.
Well, that looks Tyrannidy. That does look kind of Dark Elder Shieldy.
Because I could see that on the front of a Raider.
Yeah, it's
Or,
part of the ramming post. The
Beastmasters.
Wow. Yeah.
Because you can easily imagine anything with tentacles or anything like that. These are going to be a nice go-to kit. So
But wait a second. We're talking Dark Elder. If you're not if I'm not massively incorrect, these are Tyranids.
These are Tyranids, but I can see some potential in converting them for other things.
Oh, those brains are cool.
Yep, so that's the Zoanthropes, and then that's the Venomthropes.
Yeah.
Which
And then you've got the... Are they the tails?
There's the
those are
vents.
Those are the arms. Or the
those
tentacles.
more tentacles. I think that's actually half of a face.
Yeah, okay. All the
Hang on.
sprues
Yeah,
are just
that's a
dribble.
half of a face.
Oh, okay.
So that's how they've done the faces, so not to get the mould lines straight down the middle.
That makes sense.
So that's quite a nice way of doing it. And then there's the little
Tentacles are
arms
nice.
for the Zoanthropes, I believe,
Yeah.
where they've got the little stubby arms.
Absolutely.
Look like penguins. You never say that to my face. More of side vents.
I think that is that big top bit. Is that for the Neurothrope?
That's for the Zoanthropes.
Is that for the Zoanthropes?
That,
Okay.
That's the main Zoanthropes head plate. Whereas the Venomthrope
Oh, yeah,
more got a little.
And the
it's got a
Neurothrope
cowl
has
and
a-
head, and has got the spinal column.
It also
which
has
is
a
that bit
nose.
there.
It also has a nose.
A little horn.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Which we'll see in a minute.
So, assuming there should be a second one of these identical, I guess. No. Is that?
No, they're all different. That's quite good actually.
Okay.
So you pop that back down.
So those are the 3 different heads.
So that's the horn you stick on. I
Okay.
assume.
That's the Neurothrope horn.
So that must be the Neurothrope head because it's got the side flanges that the other ones don't because they're quite basic ones.
Yes, and
But
that has the slightly
that's
elongated.
slightly bigger out to the sides, you know,
Yes.
with a horn. So that's quite an imposing model, and you can easily just see that from its silhouette and profile, but that it's different on the battlefield.
And then this is the body.
That's one of the
How does it
tails.
stand? Okay, so it's going to stand a few inches high. 3,
Yeah.
4 inches?
Because it looks like, if I very quickly cheat and look at the bodies for here.
So
Alright,
there's-
okay, you've got looks like a basic body, and then do you add bits to it?
What's got me is there's 1 headpiece there, 2 headpieces, 3 headpieces, 4 headpieces.
Okay, this is.
Yes,
this is
sorry.
the 3 options. You make
Zoanthrope, Neurothrope, whatever it is there.
because these bits, those sides make the whole body for a Venomthrope, but it's a 3-part body. It looks like so
Yeah.
2 sides of the brain and then the headpiece, and that makes up the Zoanthrope.
That makes sense.
So that's quite a nice thing, I think. Because if you look at the details there on the bodywork and the brains, and then you look at the different tentacles.
Actually, yeah, they are really nicely done.
Yeah.
It's surprising because it's in theory, Finecast was the optimal material for detail, but they don't seem to have lost any in this.
I would argue that GW's plastics have got exceptionally good now. Things like the Orc's hair, which originally, in metal was a bit of a joke, is now quite sharp, and you can really do texturing with different painting, or then you've got stuff with layering, and you can really build up the detail on it now. So if we quickly look at these, you've got nice flat sections, but then you can do ink washes, you can do the edges on them, and things like that. So you can really, each Zoanthrope's going to look different. So you can, I think you can have up to 5 of them in a squad, 5, 6 of them in a squad.
Wow, that's pretty disgusting.
So going from that, you can have actual individuals as well going that, because you can have more battle damage on your Neurothrope, or you can have it like damaged tentacles and things like that. So you can actually have more of a story with your Gribblies in this set, I find, because if you look at the detail on the tentacles, you've got really nice sets of detail, and you've got really nice ways of doing painting on. I would be very interested to see these at Golden Demon level standard, because I think these could really make to shine nice on a tabletop.
I think it looks like a really solid kit, actually.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a standard kit, but actually it does the job really well. I think it fills an important need for the NID players.
Well, Zoanthropes used to be completely disgusting, where they'd give everything shrouded, so you stick them just behind a great big blob of things, and then you'd be shooting them and they'd still get cover save in the open. Why wouldn't you want one of those? I think Miguel's looking at probably running one or two of these, and maybe a Zoanthrope for tank busting.
Absolutely.
That's the job.
Yeah.
Because they'll have to focus it either on those or his Flying Tyrant, and they can't focus on both.
So yeah, a decent kit. It comes with an awesome book to go with it. It's a solid release. It's nice they haven't bought any more. Well, actually, they've just done a whole load of big NID creatures.
They have.
Yeah, so NID's done.
Awesome.
Next week is a new elf book for End Times. Kane.
But they haven't done any new models for this one.
Yet. Rumour is they haven't got any at all, but we need an avatar of Kane.
We'll wait and see.
We'll wait and see.
Okay.
Remember to subscribe to the channel and like us on Facebook for all of your gaming needs.